Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. I want to share some information about the migrant crisis in New York City. The mayor, Eric Adams, has now implemented a curfew at all the migrant centers. Migrants cannot go out at night. No more. 4 migrant respite centers in New York City. They are prohibiting migrants from leaving the facilities at night. I'm going to share a clip, give you some information about what's going on in New York City in reference to the migrants. Check it out.
In New York City, starting Tuesday, the city will impose a curfew on 1,900 migrants staying at 4 centers. The locations are in Queens, Manhattan, and Brooklyn. Migrants will need to be there between the hours of 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. Anyone who breaks the curfew 3 times in a 30-day period could get kicked out.
Now that's a good thing. It's a good thing because covering the migrant crisis in San Antonio, I can tell you firsthand, the migrants at the migrant respite center there on San Pedro, 7000 San Pedro, they are loitering and hanging out and camping out all night long there. Hundreds in the streets every single night. Let me give you an example of what's going on in San Antonio.
Colombia, Venezuela, la raza México.
Now, San Antonio should do the same thing New York City is saying. If you're going to come here, which I don't even agree with personally, the migrant centers, but if you are going to come to a migrant center, you must remain in that center at night, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. or from dark to morning time. New York City, apparently there has been problems with migrants panhandling in the area, committing crimes at night, begging people, going to stores, asking for money, standing at corners of busy streets, asking for money. And residents and the community members in these communities don't like it. Well, San Antonio is a mess. San Antonio is like the beginning stages of when the migrants get shipped around the country. San Antonio and San Pedro is where all the migrants who cross over the border illegally in South Texas, Brownsville, McAllen, Laredo, Eagle Pass, they all go to San Antonio. And San Antonio's respite center is so full, migrants are flooding out of there at night, or San Antonio just allows the situation to go on. So maybe San Antonio should do the same thing New York City is now doing. I say get rid of the migrant centers completely, because you're enabling illegal immigration. You're undermining the people that want to come into the country legally. Thousands upon thousands of migrants coming across the U.S. border. It is a migrant crisis. Cities are at full capacity, sanctuary cities like New York City, Chicago, and Denver, and they can't handle this anymore. But what happens is there's so many migrants, then they start flooding out. Now, you just heard, you got 3 chances in New York City, 3 chances to not violate curfew, and then you get kicked out. But some people might just say, screw your curfew, and just get kicked out anyway, and they're just going to be in the streets anyway. So I don't know even if that's the solution. Is it? What do you think? Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, covering the migrant crisis, shining light to the situation of what's going on with this border crisis. Check out my playlist. I've been all across the southern border and will continue to go. I'll be in Arizona and California very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.